Welcome, this is James Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. I hope you're going to enjoy today's video. It's going to be a little departure from what you normally see we do here. This is going to be a collaboration project between myself and my buddy Tom down at Hilltop Machine. Now, Tom is going to do more of the work than I have because he's got a capability of something that I could do this on here in my shop, but we figured it'd be a perfect shaper project. So, with a little further ado, I'm going to give you some background. I don't know how many of my viewers subscribe to Steve Summers on his channel up there, and I am, and Steve does a lot of great work. And Steve had a piece of railroad iron, and he took his piece of railroad iron and put it in his big K&T mill and shaped it up into something so he could use it in his shop to use it for basically like an anvil with precision corners. And I have a piece of railroad iron, and I also have a piece of square block of steel, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. I've decided to use a square block of steel, and the reason being is both of these two pieces belong to my grandfather Dedman. I've had these pieces, well, they've been in our family, my dad and I's probably had them for over 50 years, maybe longer than that, because Dad got them from his dad, and he had them around. I've used them for anvils since I was big enough to start beating stuff with tools, so I'm going to say I've messed with them at least 47 myself, and they may be older than that. I have no idea how old it is. So the piece of steel, I could literally cut it up and make something out of it. But because it was Granddad Dedman's, and I have very few things of Granddad Dedman's, the tool-wise and of anything, I felt like that it would be really good for me to use. So what we're going to do, and I'll show you the two pieces of material here in a minute. Now we're going to take these this square block of steel, give it to Tom. I'm going to meet him in a few days, and he's going to take them down to his shop, and he's going to shape them and shoot some video, and he'll probably send me some of it, or we'll put it on a card or swap it or somehow, and he's going to feature it on some of his video, and I'm going to feature it on mine. But basically what it is, it's just going to be a simple, and this may end up in the middle of another project somewhere away like, so I really don't know. So with no further ado, let me get this material out and show you what we're going to be working with, or what I got. I know you're in frame and in focus. This is the piece of railroad track that I've had in my possession for a good many years. And it just is a real good piece of something to use for like an anvil. I keep this under my workbench and just pull it out as needed. Now Steve, he took a K&T and trued up two corners of this. And ideally this would be a good idea, but I don't, again, this is not because I'm crazy, but either one of these are two heirlooms, as I mentioned earlier. I won't leave the railroad track alone. Now I'm going to put it up and we'll get to the one we're going to send to Tom. Alright, that block you see sitting there, it is a solid block of steel. I really don't know the age of it. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what the material is. This is true mystery metal. And I presume it's steel. And I don't think it's cast iron. It could be cast iron. Now, I really don't know. With that being said, if you'll see, it's just like a brick. So what I'm going to do is this, Tom's going to take it down to Hilltop, and he's going to shape it. He's going to shape four corners of this up for me. I don't know about the ends. We haven't discussed the ends yet, so I don't know what the plan's really going to be for the ends. But we're going to shape this sucker up, and I'm going to use this as a anvil, a true anvil bench block to beat on. I am not going to make it, into anything special. And that's what I'm going to keep it for. We're going to just make it a little bit more useful, because if you can see this, it's kind of got some spots in it. It could be cast iron. I really don't know what it is. I haven't put a file to it. I haven't drilled on it. I haven't done anything. So we're going to find out here soon. So come along for the ride. I'll send this down to Tom. Maybe he'll shoot me a little cell phone video or whatever, or maybe some clips, and send it to me, and we'll put it in this video, and then Tom's going to talk about it and what he does in his video. Probably what, I'm just going to have a short clip in mine. So there it is.
Now, I don't have any idea what this is. This could be cast iron, could be some sort of steel. Let's see how it starts cutting, and almost looks like cast the way it's crumbling, doesn't it? Yeah, it's gonna be cast. Wow. We'll be able to take some good cuts, but you can see the side here and the other side, it's really concave, so we're gonna have to take a lot off for it to get squared up. Well, just finished it up. We got one little spot right there, a little void, but otherwise she's nice. I think we're gonna go with this. Golly, the dogs are playing. So I am gonna flip it around and get the other side done. I won't do it on camera. You just saw enough video of me getting this face. So let me knock that out, and we'll do a recap.
Everybody knows who this gentleman here is?
Hey everybody, it's Tom.
Yep. Now I'll come back over here, and I think if you've watched his video, you've done seen this block with my hands on. We'll bring it in closer here later. But this is a little background of what this project's all about. This block, and I think I've already mentioned it in an earlier video, is I brought it to Tom because we was discussing, I wanted to true this block up. And I actually had thought about using my fly cutter to do it, and still a couple of text messages, somebody volunteered. So what did you say you needed?
So I said I'd put this thing up in the shaper, and I would give it a go and clean it up for him. We weren't sure what it was, and it ended up being a big hunk of cast.
So what's happened is, and we'll get closer here in a minute, but this is where I've come to pick it up, and pick it up from Tom. I'm going to use some of Tom's clips in the video to go along with the stuff we're doing. But basically, it's like I said, this is something been in the family, and I want to use it for a striking block. And really got the idea from Steve Summers, who put in his big K&T a piece of railroad iron, which I have some of that too. But this looks like it'd be a better striking block. With it being cast, it sure will be a better striking block, so I'm a lot better idea. So we're going to cut the camera off and bring you over here and get you a good close look at the block. And then of course, I got to thank Tom. I'm going to shake his hand for it. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And this is, like I say, this is a collaboration. The deal was, he thought maybe I was going to make something. He didn't know I was going to use it for an anvil. But that's the plan. It's not really an anvil in the sense of a blacksmith. Yeah, really the idea is to lay this thing like on a workbench and use it to strike on. And maybe like the flat places on a vise or an anvil, something like that. So with no further ado, I will get this camera in here closer and let you look at this thing. Now I can cut. Okay, this is Jim. We're back here in the shop. Hey, I'm over to the side. This is the block that Tom shaped. And the plan for using it's going to be more or less as a companion tool to my steel plates. Because I have a wooden workbench, but sometimes I need to get a hold of something substantial and hit on it. So I will store it kind of here under my workbench, I've got some storage spots here that I'm going to put it in. And the idea of it is I'm going to store it up under here out of the way. I also have this railroad iron, a repeated railroad track. And I'll use it some, but this here seems to be a better idea. Both of these came from my granddaddy Edmund. Now, I have no idea how he got them or why he got them or what. Now, all I know is I have them. So that's what the plan really is for this. So we will just have to hang right in there. So we'll just see you here. Like I said, I appreciate Tom for doing it. Okay, I want to first thing off thank Tom down at Hilltop Machine. He graciously volunteered to shape this up. My plan was to fly cut it, but Tom stepped up to the plate and said, "Hey, I won't play with my shaper." And I really appreciate that. The other part of this is, you know, sometimes you have to, it's nice to have friends that have capabilities that you don't have. Tom's a really good friend with that. All right, let's get on to our business at hand. This video, as in most of them, are copyrighted productions. James Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, your entertainment, enjoyment, and education here on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this video today of my block, what work Tom done, and us bringing it home. It's nothing real fancy, but it's just one of them things that goes along. Again, let me thank Tom out at Hilltop Machine. If you're not a subscriber of Tom's, please do that. If you're not a subscriber of this channel, please consider being one of it. It is painless, no problems, no robocalls, no emails, no sales pitches from people who want your money. It's just to be a member of the family here at Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. Also, please make your comments. Comments are always welcome. I appreciate every one of them. And with all that being said, we'll just see you on that very next video.